Hi everyone, this is Brianne. In about 45 minutes, my husband and I are renewing our vows, so for the next 3 hours and 19 minutes, I'm going to be doing my makeup for you. I'd like to start off with a little spritz of spray here. This is my little secret sauce. It's actually just Sprite. It helps the makeup just stick to my face and it, feels refreshing. Then, of course, I get out many different options of makeup. Now, a lot of times people think that because makeup companies have spent billions of dollars developing each different color that they know what they're doing, but that is ridiculous. You definitely want to mix at least 3 to 12 different options to make the color that you actually want to be. And then you basically just dab it all across your face like you're putting on war paint. I like to just start with, each different ridge. I do the peaks, the valleys. I do my cheeks, my chin, all that sort of stuff, just all over. Then what you do is you grab a Muppet nose. I like to use Elmo's nose. I just pulled it right off of that little Muppet's face. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure it was just Velcroed on. It shouldn't have caused too much pain. And then I just dab across the face, making sure that it's spread out evenly. Basically pretend that you're in the band Kiss and you're painting your face. Now again, this is the color that you want to be, not necessarily the color that you are. So if you want to be tan, be tan. If you want to be a light chocolate mocha, you can kind of, go more towards that direction. I like to do kind of the look like I'm, just getting home from Hawaii. So here I've painted my face, and then we grab another option here to kind of highlight around your eyes. Again, it looks a little bit like war paint, but these are just sort of the highlight options. The goal here is basically to pretend like there's light casting off of your face. Pretend you're a vampire and you're not allowed to go outside because you'll burst into flames. You still want that look like light is kind of reflecting off of your face so you have contour and depth. So I put this just under my eyes, a little bit on my forehead and the chin, and just again where you'd see kind of shadows or light glimmering off of your face. This kind of gives the illusion that that you're outside. So if you're in a club with bad lighting, this will basically make your face still look glamorous, glitzy, and awesome. So again, you just use that Muppet nose, you just dab it all over your face, kind of blending it in under the eyes here. Work it, work it, work it, dab in little circles. I find that helps really get it into the pores. And now we grab more makeup here to just kind of dab across the forehead. And this basically is just to spend money. It doesn't do anything at all, but you want to make sure that you can spend a lot of time doing your makeup. The longer you take, the more people will appreciate you when you do show up. So again, just keep on adding more and more makeup. It's beauty layers. The more beauty layers you have, the more beautiful you'll be. So again, we move on to another makeup that may look exactly like the last 17 layers I've applied, but again, beauty layers. You want more layers. This is just for above the eyelid. Now be careful putting this on because if you do push hard, it does feel really super weird on your eyes. So now we go ahead and we brush in the eyebrows. Now remember, eyebrows are sisters, not twins, even though twins actually are sisters, which makes that phrase super pointless and weird. Now here you want to be very careful to not be too dark or too rich. You want to make sure that it's light because you're trying to mimic the look of hairs here. So you don't want too thick of a line or too bold of makeup. Really just lightly brush. And remember, you can do multiple layers. And each sort of wave of the hand is kind of like hair. So you want lots of little lines, not thick, bulky lines. You want it to look natural and not too heavy, like you're using a permanent marker in the 1990s. Again, this is light. You want this to be realistic. So now we get a two-faced color here, and this is a little bit like brush. Again, this gives us a little bit of contouring to the face. So you want to do this high in your cheekbones, just back and forth, back and forth. And I like to use what I call brush 9472. I do have a lot of brushes, ladies. If you have just a few, you are wasting your time. You need to get hundreds, if not thousands. So shake off all the extra makeup and just keep on going. Right along the hairline here, you can go up, but again, you're contouring. So now you want to slowly get darker and darker. Again, makeup companies have spent billions of dollars, but you know better than them. You want to mix and match. You want to mix. You want to add lots of colors. And then you move on to another brush here. Never use the same brush for more than about 11 seconds. Brushes are like men from Australia. You can never have too many of them swishing up against your face. Brush on those layers, beauty layers, ladies, beauty layers. Just keep going. And don't forget, you do want to blend into your hairline. You don't want to look as though you're a mime with sort of a ring around the edge of your face. Now, you do want to remember to go back and remember to mimic the appeal or the look of light on your face. You never know what lighting conditions you're going to be in, so you want to make sure that you have the artificial look of light wherever you are, even when you're indoors. Now, I like to go across my nose here, just along the bridge. I wear glasses, so a lot of the times the nose of the glasses will mess up my makeup, so I really like to cake it on right there where it'll be. And then we kind of go backwards. We've been doing sort of darker stages. Now we're going to do a little bit more of the light, a little bit more of the color. We're going to go back right along the eye butts of your eyes, just right over the ridge there. Moving down again, we get a little bit darker, and we start at the outer edge of the eye and move in a little bit. Now, you could always blend more, and remember, I noticed that I switched brushes here. Remember, 11 seconds per brush tops. Switch. It may look like the same brush. No, I have 75 of each brush. Start from the outside, work your way in, get those contoured edges in the eye butts, really fill in that crease. You want to show off what you've got and really get those beauty layers on each of the eyes here. Again, moving on to the next darker stage, you want those layers at least 75, if not 100 layers. Starting on the outside again, you kind of want to go in stages. Think kind of like a peacock. You get sort of the richer colors on the outside. You start light, you get a little bit darker, and you kind of fade inwards. Now, for those of you who are new at makeup, I know what you're thinking. Holy crap, she's still doing makeup. This takes forever. It's true. Beauty is not necessarily easy. Sure, I'm beautiful without makeup, but I like to really rub it in on my husband and show him that I'm completely out of his league. So moving on here, we kind of go for shimmery. We've got the color, we've got kind of the nice smoky eye, and we want to get a little bit of glitter. Just go for the mermaid look, kind of the shimmery outdoor look. If there is any light around, this will really reflect off your eyes. This will really set you apart and really just make you look truly glamorous, very diva-like. Sweet Mama Junebug Jones' Little Blue Truck, this takes forever. This would be a good time to let you know that before you start your makeup, it's a good idea to get some music, maybe a double-length album, maybe a Tupac double CD. I know it's all on MP3s nowadays, but really get out those old CDs from the 90s, pop them into a 6-disc changer, and really get the mix list going before you get started, because you are in for the long haul, as you can clearly see. I had a great smoky eye, but of course it's never good enough. Back to those beauty layers. Now we want to go back with more of the color options. I've chosen kind of a rich plum, dark purple here, and I'm just kind of going back over that smoky eye to add a little bit of flair and really give it a nice bruised look. Make it look like somebody just punched you right in the eye. Maybe you're dating Chris Brown. Maybe you hit a doorknob. Who knows what you're doing? Just make sure that you get a nice, rich, smoky eye. You can always add a little bit of color to make it look more intentional later. So now, instead of just taking the eyelid, we're going underneath, kind of along the edge here. We want the color to blend, to look nice, to look natural. You know, it did start off looking like a bruise, but now we're fixing it up quite a bit. You'll notice, once again, I've switched brushes. I can't stress enough, 11 seconds per brush. Switch it out. If you want some cheap brushes, you can go on Groupon. You can go on eBay. Just make sure you don't get them on Craigslist. A lot of weirdos out there do very strange things with brushes. You don't want to have any of those, creepy used brushes against your face. Who knows where they've been? Make sure you don't share brushes, get new brushes. You'll get a lot of them, but it's worthwhile in the end. Take a quick look here. Now, if you're a veteran, you'll be very good at doing makeup with one eye. If you're new, it's a little bit weird. Here, you'll notice my face looks extremely creepy as I close one eye and keep one eye open. The more you look, the weirder it is. Go ahead and rewind. Watch this a couple times. Super weird seeing me with one eye open, one eye closed. But hey, beauty is not always easy, so you just keep going over it. Now remember, this is a little bit like art. There are no mistakes, just, happy coincidences. If you do something that seems a little bit off, you can go ahead and fix it just by blending. And again, you want to match each side, which can be tricky. Don't be afraid to ask a friend if everything matches. Call in a sister, call in a mom, ask your dog, who knows? So going down to the darker end of the palette now, we're just touching up the smoky eye just a little bit, making sure everything blends nicely and naturally. Who knows? Maybe you were just coming out of a burning building. You got a little bit of soot, a little bit of ash. Somehow it's stuck in your eyes. Who knows why smoky eyes are a thing? Maybe back in the day in Egypt, they actually used coal to rub along their eyes. I don't know. I just do it because I think it looks nice. Sweet pinto beans, we're not even at the 10-minute mark yet. All right, so we're still going here. Again, you'll notice I've switched brushes. Moving on to the eyelashes. Now this, if you're new, is incredibly creepy, but it's super important because you want to make sure that your lashes stand out, but you want to make sure that they do not look like spider legs. This is key. Now, you want to brush slowly and softly. You want to make sure there's no clumps. You really want to take your time with this, but you want to be very careful because, as you know, the eyelashes are very fine, and you don't want to bump your lid because then you'll have streaks and you'll look like you were just crying in a bathroom at a truck stop. So now we move on to yet another brush. Sweet mother, so many brushes. And we go back to the blush. This time around, instead of sort of the darker tones, we're actually adding a little bit of color because you don't want to look like a corpse. Once again, we've moved to a new palette that looks exactly the same as the last 12 that I've used. Don't be fooled though, I assure you it's a new color and a brand new brush. We're just kind of doing more finishing touches here, brushing on stuff that looks exactly like everything I've done before, but you just want to go along and really correct. Again, brand new freaking palette that looks exactly like the last one. Who knows what the heck the difference is? This one adds a little bit of shimmery sheen. We're going back to kind of the mermaid look, a little bit of glitter, kind of an under the sea tone. Maybe you just walked out of the water, you just traded it in your fins for a nice new set of legs. You still got a little bit of moisture on your face. Who knows? This can go pretty much anywhere. Blend it up into your eyebrows. Again, make sure that each sister's got a little bit of touch of that shimmery gloss there. Beautify, beautify. A little tip of the nose. Again, you want to make sure that it looks like there's light reflecting off your face. Even when you're in crappy lighting, you want to look beautiful everywhere. Right here along the ridge of the nose. That's just going to get messed up by my glasses. Tip of the nose here. Now let's see what we've got here. This is a lip pencil. This is important because if you have a pierced lip like me, you can actually use the more rigid tip of the pencil to get under the lip that's behind the lip ring. So you'll see here in a minute when I move to the opposite side that I can kind of push it a little bit under that lip ring. I can kind of push the ring out of the side, but you do want to make sure to kind of push it through underneath the ring. And really, this is how you're able to make your lips look lush and full. You don't want to do any weird treatments, any weird chemicals that plump your lips. You can really just make them look a little bit more full by using the pencil right along the ridge. You can also shape your lips a little bit more. So if you feel that you don't quite have the contour or the shape that you like, this is your chance to kind of add a little bit of a peak to each side here, a little bit of valley there in the middle, but really just go around the edges and be very cautious with this because this is basically the foundation for the lip. And you'll add a little bit more here at the end, but this is how you define where you want your lips to be. Now I go in here and I fill in all of the gaps, which isn't going to matter here in a moment because I'm going to put about 16 layers over top of it. So that color that I used before, oh no, I've completely changed my mind. Now we're going with a much richer color, kind of a more bright, vibrant, pinky purple. We're going to go exactly over everything I did before, mixing the two together because what do makeup companies know? This is the way that I want my lips to look, and without a doubt, I'm going to change my mind in a minute and add just a completely different color. Here we go. Adding a third layer on here. This is going to add a little bit of that glitter, a little bit of that glitz, a little bit of more glamour. We're going back to those mermaids who just walked out of the water. Everything they have is kind of like scales that just are iridescent. They really shine in the light. They make everything look that much better. It's all about the effort and those beauty layers. That goes for the lips, the eyes, the cheeks, everything. Beauty layers. I cannot stress that enough. What you want here is a beautiful sticky mess that draws men's eyes to your lips, but also lets them know you cannot be kissed because they'll get goop all over their face or their clothes. All right, there we have it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, let's take a minute to admire how freaking sexy I am. Ooh, you think I'm sexy? Yeah, you do. You think I'm sexy? I sure am. Hit that like button and maybe we can make out.
Alright guys, that was my tutorial with the help of my husband. We really hope you appreciated it and found it entertaining. If you did, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. And if you want to get notified when I post more videos, just hit the little bell button next to the subscribe button. I hope you're having an amazing day and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Love you. Bye. I'll like start it from, hold on.
No, we're starting right now.
You don't have to do like a weird like walk in. Hey!
Hey!
No, okay.
It's so bright.
I know.
It's so bright.
Okay, ready?
Hello, everyone.
Wait, no, I'm gonna... Okay.
Your eyes are watering. I'm gonna be squinting this whole time. How do you look into this?
Do you guys like this background? I don't know. I got this at the fabric store, and I don't know if I like how it looks. It's not one of the fancy backdrops. It's literally just some thin material from the fabric store. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, comment down below and tell me what you like to see for backgrounds. Okay, bye.